Doshiteru, Yokoso YouTube, and welcome to another battle in my Avatar Conquest series. Here we go. Today on the Tohoku Forest against a player by the name of Orcs. Similar to the last flight, we're going to showcase an Imperial or a modern styled army against a traditional Shogun 2 army. And on a map like this, Tohoku Forest, so many trees, you can see a lot of dips, a lot of wavy terrain. A Shogunate army stands a really good chance. You can see there are a lot of barriers for musket units. This is exactly the kind of environment that a Shogunate army wants to be fighting in. And a Shogunate army built by Orcs today, he's got 3 units of these Boa Shigaru. Not great reload, not great accuracy, but a range of 150, which is going to beat most of your musket line infantry. And then a bulletproof samurai. This is a very smart move here by my opponent today. These guys have a good bonus versus cav, they've got good defense, and they've got great armor. And they also have rapid advance. Finally, he has 2 units of these katana samurai, and he also has some more long yari shigaru, and I don't know why he'd bring these in a fight. Maybe to try and outpower a musket unit in melee. We'll see how my opponent uses his troops. I've got a rather smallish army today. Instead of going for the standard 4-2 line infantry to cav ratio, I did bring 3 white bears. One of them is a veteran with a reload upgrade. And here they are with their cool wig-like looking things. And then I brought a infantry de marine. Infanterier. I don't know how you say that. Infanterie de marine. I don't know. All you French speakers can make fun of me now. And there they go. This is the first time I use them outside the beta, of course. Here is my general, Matsuda Family, with his red outfit. I really should change the way the bodyguard looks. And where is the man? There he is, with his bandana. So here we go. So today, the last time you saw that a modern army with good micro can basically deal with an enemy army that is more traditional styled and that actually is outnumbering it. But today, we've got an interesting things on our hands, and I'm going to show you a little something here. You can see that there are little circles around certain units on the minimap here, and I'm going to expand it to show you guys. These are the aura influence, and you can see this is a new thing. I don't think it was there in Shogun, where you basically show your general's aura and then your special units aura, because now elite units do have some aura and do inspire nearby units. So I did see a Wako Raider here, which I didn't show you to you guys, unfortunately. So they are here, and I was worried about them hitting my flank. So maybe mistakenly I sent my infantry to marine up, and now in an environment like this, my opponent is using it excellently. You can see he's using the trees to bring his own units up. So I am going to be able to unload some shots into him before he hits my lines, but that's probably not going to be enough. There we go, taking out some shots right into this bulletproof samurai, which actually goes down to about 140, so not very devastating, and I'm going to pull right out of the forest. Last thing I want now is for my units to be hurt, and now I'm going to try and launch an attack at his unit, but look at this, he excellently counters it with his long yari shigaru. I see this almost instantly turn around, and I'm hoping that my cav doesn't rout, and they don't rout, and I'm gonna lash at these katana samurai right at the back. They're getting shot from the front, and they're gonna get a hit from the back. And that's going to cause them to almost rout. But look at this bulletproof samurai, my opponent using rapid advance. They're going to close on my white bear infantry. I do manage to remove this unit here from the picture, but now with more units coming in, this is looking more and more grim for me. I want to line my infantry to marines up really bad. I want to take shots at these guys. I don't know if I let my infantry to marine take at least one shot. No, I'm not going to, because these guys are getting too close. I need to reline up and try to get some shots at the Wako Raiders. So my opponent now using flanking attacks, using the forest. You can see he's sticking by the forest. He doesn't want to attack me when he's in the open, and this is how a traditional army needs to behave against an imperial army. And even with that, though, you can see that his units are taking a lot of casualties. He's sort of mismicroing some of the units, but now he's going to run forward, and now that we're in the trees, I'm not looking good anymore. You can see those bulletproof samurai just don't want to rout. They have a high morale, a high melee attack, a high defense, a high charge bonus. They're just great for charging down musket units, especially when you run in the trees like that. So I'm bringing my general here. I pop rally to try and save my white bears. It's not going to work, and you can see my general is taking blank shots into these bulletproof samurai, and they're still holding. Now my opponent is going to close down on both of my units here. If this wasn't forest, these units wouldn't have been able to close me down that easily. I would have been able to run back, line up maybe once more, and take a shot. And you can see my opponent still has 3 bow units, some of them depleted, but most of them almost at full strength, and he is showering my own musket troops here. So it's looking grimmer and grimmer for my modern army here. I'm going to launch an attack with my general, hopefully hoping for a morale drop on the enemy bulletproof samurai. Not really going to work. But you can see here that my white bears actually did a decent job. They routed the longsword, but against the Wako Raiders, they're not going to stand much of a chance. And this is just going to mean that I'm down to nothing at this point. And yeah, my opponent using the terrain excellently, using the Wako Raiders and his bulletproof samurai to get effect, using his bows to get effect, keeping them in the trees. And this just shows that, yeah, you can beat an imperial or modern army with a traditional army, but you need a map like this. You need to use the terrain really well, and on a more open map, I really doubt that my opponent would have been able to sort of close me down the way he did. Sort of like the last battle where you saw there were some trees, but it wasn't as bushy as this. Anyway, well played to my opponent. Good game to Orcs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave any comments. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll try to get to them as fast as I can, and like the video or favorite it if you think it deserved that, because it really does help me stay motivated and help the channel grow. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.